Hey, Mrs. Gigi. How's it going today? We're just a few minutes early, so I'm going to wait until time to get started. Oh, wow, Mrs. Gigi, that's great. Nice phone calls are good. It's the ones that are not so nice that you don't want. Thank you. This is the box that it goes in. I could have done with making it just a little bit taller because with the way I do signatures, they tend to be a little chunky, so it doesn't sit exactly flush. So I'm not real happy about that, but you know, he's pretty close. Little glue strings here and there. I never knew E6000 had glue strings until this project. I forgot to post in Letitia's website this time. I meant to do that. It's almost time. We're getting close. I can see Papa Duck out the window messing around. He's so funny. That man cracks me up. These are some little paper beads I made, Miss Gigi. I decoupaged some of them, and then some of them I just painted and did, but decoupaging was kind of fun on them. They turned out real cute. Am I getting it close enough for you to see without my fingers in the way? Oh, that's the wrong way. Let me try this other side. It's a little slow. There you go. They turned out pretty cute, I think. They all have little metal ends on them, little shiny finish. All but one. One I forgot to coat with the shiny finish, and it's one I decoupaged. But it was interesting. It was a different kind of thing. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Gigi. Looks like we're about ready to get started, huh? Hello, everyone. This was a really, really fun project for me. I really enjoyed it. There were lots of parts of it that I got to really be creative with, and I really, really enjoyed myself with this one. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. It's time. So this is the outside cover, the box. It goes around like this on the sides. See if you can see it. Has a key on the front side. And it is like that on all sides, except for it doesn't have a key on all sides, obviously. And, well, that was kind of a hard view for you to see, wasn't it? Man. This cover consists of real leather. This is veggie tan that I actually stained and distressed myself. And metal chains. These are all metal bindings that I've put on here. And everything has been glued down well with E6000. This middle piece is actually a sculpture that I made out of clay. All but the eye itself. The eye itself was not part of the sculpture. It was, I bought the eye. But this was the first time I ever worked with clay, and this was air dry clay. But it was so much fun. Of course, it was extremely messy, but lots and lots of fun to get into. And it dried really well. I didn't have any cracks or breaks or anything like that. Which is, it's common with air dry clay for you to have that while it's drying. If it's not drying in a stable area. So you don't want it by an air vent or by a heater or something where the air temperature is fluctuating. So you just stick it in a corner and it dries on its own. And then I painted it. I did a solid brown all over and came back with gold wax from Art Alchemy. It's the I don't know why I can't say that. Metallic wax in vintage gold is what I used. And I did the same process on the box, except for I used a paint color from Folk Art that's called Color Shift, and it is in the color Black Flash. This was an amazing find. I used the whole bottle, so of course I've got to go buy some more. But this stuff is awesome. This was one of my favorite finds. And for the bands around the box, this area here, where it has all of the dots, those dots are actually done with 3D fabric paint. They're not actual rivets, they're paint that I put on there and let it dry. And these are black cardstock strips that I use to make all of the edging with. And once the black dotted fabric paint dried, I was able to go over it with that gold wax, and that's how I got that effect. So that's how our box is. Let's set that lid aside. And inside we have our journal. This journal is so much fun. So much fun. Let's take it out of its box. And on the outside, you'll see a beaded tassel here that has an octopus as the focal point, has multiple keys and clocks and gears, a little journal, and lots of little beads. Beads are fun for me. I love the little shinies. So that's there. We'll put that up to the top. And the sides, the way I bound this is I bound it with a corset stitch. And that was an interesting process. I've never done that before, but I think it turned out pretty good. And so I put eyelets in all of the holes so it looked nice and finished. And then this is real leather that I have run through to make the corset stitch. And on the bottoms, to hold them together, I wire wrapped 2 different kinds of wire, 2 different colors, to get this effect on the bottom. And more leather here. And then on the cover, I have more of the metal findings and the clocks and the bits and pieces. These are actually buttons from my Papa Duck shirt from many, many years ago. So that's kind of cool. I got to incorporate that. And then I have a metal finding here behind our focal point. It's a filigree piece that I got in a set along with these corner pieces. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I've added metal chain all the way around the front, and of course more leather. And the back of it is like this. It has the leather block in it, and then it has the book corner pieces there. Behind that is actually paper that I have put on to some chipboard, and I have done a paint treatment on it to make it look like old metal. So that's the outside of our little book. And I've got lots of beads hooked on throughout it and a couple of pieces of fabric. I tried to keep this as unisex as possible, so it would go for either a man or a woman. That is kind of hard to do if you haven't ever done it. It kind of takes some thought. I was surprised how much thought it took. When you open this, you don't want to slam this lid down, obviously, because it's clay there. And it will break. It is breakable. So you don't want to just flop it around. But it's gorgeous. It turned out amazing. And I couldn't buy a piece made like that out of metal. I tried, but they just didn't have one. On the inside of the cover, you'll see it here. And it is more of the chipboard that I have covered with bits of paper in various shapes, squares and rectangles, and done this paint treatment on. What I did is I painted it all brown to start with, and then I went back in and I used the distress spray in, I think it was bronze. It was either bronze or copper. I think it was bronze. And I worked that in all over, rubbing it in. And then I used the fabric 3D paint. I just got that fabric 3D paint from the Dollar Tree and put that on there. And then once everything was dry, I went back in with that metal wax, and I touched with a paintbrush the tops of each of the dots to make them have some dimension as they went through. And that is actually what the spine is made out of as well. Thank you, Mrs. Gigi. Here we get into the very first signature. On this page, you have a pocket here at the bottom that I've stuck a couple of little journaling pieces in. And then you have a pocket here at the top that I've put a couple of little pieces in. This is actually jelly printed on an old time card. You can see pieces of the time card on the back, but you can still write on this. It's light enough that a black pen would show up on it, or white, whatever color, or silver, whatever you wanted to use. And this, I have taken 2 of the journaling cards and did not cut them apart, and I gave them a little dip in there so it would make like a little slimline card for writing in and give you extra space. Then here at the top is a little cluster that I've sewn together with various bobs. And the page that this is on is actually a personal jelly print that I made. And so that turned out pretty cool. I really enjoyed making the jelly prints for this one. Here is flipping over, and we have a tuck here. And in that tuck, we have a tag that I've sewn around in distressed with some jute twine. And one of those journaling cards. It's really cool. It's got the hot air balloons on it. And I've never seen a hot air balloon like this bottom one. This bottom one was interesting to me. I've not seen that. So then on the adjacent page, let me get this back in a little bit better screen for you. I don't know if I'm too close or what. Let me try to pull back a little bit. Okay, I think that might be better. Oh, nope, too far back. Coming back in a little bit. It's such a lag. I don't know why it's always such a lag. I hate lag. Okay, let me try moving the book now a little bit to get you in a better frame. Oh, I don't like that. We'll get it right here in a second, y'all. Just give me a minute. I think that looks a little bit better. Be up just a little bit. A little bit more. I'm trying to get the whole book in there for you so you can see the whole pages. Okay, there, that's better. Okay. This next page has a tuck spot with one of the round cards, and then I have put a journaling card in here and stitched a little tag, a ticket to it. Lots of room for journaling on it. And I've added this eye pin with beads starting here. Next over, we have this page, and there's a pocket up here at the top, and it has a couple of little tags for journaling in. And when you come down here, it has a cluster of tickets and an invoice, I believe is what that is. And then you can flip it open, and inside are several pages for journaling on. These are coffee dyed papers that I did. I like the extra grungy, so you guys know. Then the next page over, we have a tuck made out of the same kind of paper that's here, but I used a different paper so I could get a tuck in the same spot with a journaling card, a ticket here, and lots of journaling space. I tried to make sure I had lots of space in this one for journaling. I still managed to put a ton of stuff in here, but there is a lot of room for writing. Continuing on this next page, there's a small little cluster here and here, and that's a piece of the jelly print paper that I had done. And this is actually a contractor's invoice that folds open and has lots of room to write. It was jelly printed with a gold, and I left it light because I wanted you to be able to write on it really well. But it is also on the back here. You can use those 2 pages and a little tab for opening and closing it. Then I have some more of that luscious coffee dyed paper. I just love how grungy that turned out to be. And flip over, and I've got a little piece of torn fabric here to give some added interest, but not be ribbon or anything like that that would be too frilly for a man. So we've got a pocket here and plenty of that room for writing behind here. And in the pocket, we have one of those time cards that was jelly printed. And we also have a little file folder that on the inside has lots of room for journaling in it. And of course, you could write on the outside too if you wanted to. Then across, these are some digis that I got offline, and I cannot for the life of me remember whose digis they are. But if you wanted to know that, I could look it up on my Etsy and find out for you. But lots of room for writing. Really nice and steampunky. I love all of the metal dots. I guess they're rivets. And just the vintage look of a lot of this stuff from that era. Flip over and more page to write on. And this page is actually a sheet of butcher paper that I jelly printed. And it was interesting how it turned out because the waxiest side is the one that actually took the printing better on, which surprised me. I did not expect that. I expected it to be the side that was more matte, but it wasn't. So here we have a pocket that we've put on here, and another little dangle with an eye pin. And then we have a tag with room for writing on the back and a journaling card for writing as well. Then at the top, you'll see that I have a paper clip that has a bead dangle on it as well. And flipping over this side, there is a pocket, a envelope here held on by the paper clip. And in the envelopes throughout this book, I have put either journaling cards or I have put ephemera pieces so that whoever wants it or gets it can kind of personalize it with their own taste. But that's what's in this little envelope. And the next page over, we have a cute little sign that says Imagine and a pocket. And this is a jelly print sheet again, and how it turned out. I really liked that one. And there is a file folder here that has a pocket here on top that has a little tag and a little label in it. And when you open it up, there is a little collage of ephemera, and you're able to pull this out and journal throughout it, front and back. And then you have it kind of hidden for your own details there. There's also another paper clip with a beaded dangle. I really like this. This little bead in the middle is actually coconut shell. I thought that was really cool. I love that. And open the next page, and this is a pocket that I've done some stitching on with my machine, and I've put 2 tags in there. Both are just distressed on the back, so you'd be able to use them for writing. And here at the top is another envelope, this time inside of the envelope there is a journaling card in this one. Just a cute journaling card. And we'll put that one back in there. The opposite page starts adding in some color. Hey, Zena! I start adding in some color, and it gives plenty of lines for journaling. And I did a little stitching on this little tag here. It says Authentic. And flipping over the next page, you have more journaling space. And opposite of that is the coffee dyed paper that I used some magicals on to give it a little bit of specks of color in it. And a pocket that I did some stitching down the sides, more of that torn fabric, and just a little collage piece here. And then I put a journaling tag in there, so lots of room there. Thank you, Zena. Flipping over, you can see more of the magicals on this side of the paper, and it really kind of starts to stand out. It's really pretty. That was the first time I ever used magicals, and I am hooked. Then opposite of it is this page, and there's a pocket here, but it also folds down for extra writing on the back and the front. There's a little collage there for detail, and 2 tags, one with jute twine and one with the fabric, both ready for writing. And this is a different dangle here with the eye pin. And you'll notice that I use that for adornment throughout the entire book. Instagram. Oh, ha! I didn't even realize what you were doing, Zena. That's too funny. Thank you. Flipping over, and we have another page made for journaling with lines in it. And this is the middle of our first signature. And you'll see that the signatures are held in with elastic that has been coffee dyed. And I put these in this way so that whoever ends up with this journal can easily replace the signatures once they're through using the ones that are in here. They can replace them with whatever they'd like. And so this next page over here, we have a paper clip with I think I've got 2, nope, That's right. Okay, with a pocket here, and in the pocket, looks like we have a journaling card again, and it's got lots of room for writing. I just love these pockets with the keyholes. I thought those were so cool. And the back side of it has a key on it. Hey, Letitia. Then we have a tag here with plenty of room for journaling on the back. And these pages are light enough that you could write on them. Even if you wanted to write over the digi, you could. I have gone throughout on a lot of the digis, and I have cut the edges of it to look more like a torn page. So it kind of gives some added texture in there. This page, we have a pocket that I have sewn with a different stitch, and we have a journaling card there. Lots of grungy goodness behind it. I love that. Here we have the other side of that page with magicals on it. Lots of room to write on that. What's up, Hot? How's it going, girl? This page, I have sewn around many pieces of this and did a little cluster for the page. And we have the journaling space on the colored page. Another dangle. Flipping over the other side of the journaling page. And this page here is actually another jelly print page. And I have used this octopus here as a closure to hold this file folder down. And in there are many sheets of just coffee dyed paper for you to be able to journal and put your thoughts in, and then close them up and have them hidden. Okay, tell Jesus hi for me. Okay, so this page, I've made a belly band out of some of the trim that had those, what did I call those things? Rivets on it. And it's at the other side of that jelly print page. And then we have another pocket, envelope, I mean, with the keyhole. And in here, I've put a few bits of the ephemera in it just for playing with, just a couple little things. And so that is held in there with a belly band. Opposite of that is that butcher paper that was jelly printed. And I have an admissions ticket here, a pocket here out of book page that was jelly printed and has a gear on it. Then I have two tags, both good for writing, of course. Flipping that side, and here I have another journaling page with just faint lines on it and an octopus for adornment. Over here you have more of that torn away look, and a pocket that is actually an envelope I made into a pocket to house two journaling cards in it. I thought this paper was really cool. It looks like an old submarine or something. I don't know. Maybe it's an old train. I'm not sure, but it's really cool looking. Flipping over, and we have a tuck spot that is a cluster I've sewn together. And in that tuck spot, there is a tag and a journaling card. So we'll stick those back in there. And the opposite of that page, there's a place for a title. If you wanted to put a title, I left that one blank for you. And this page is all grungy goodness. And another dangle with the eye pen. And flipping over, you have the coffee dyed page for writing. Then you have this page. And this page is a twofold kind of thing. And it is actually, let's see if I can get this right. It's actually a tucked pocket that I put an envelope in with some ephemera pieces in there. And it's kind of a hidden pocket. You really don't know it until you start opening it. But when you open this up, you have, it's one of those contractor, no, this one's actually graph paper that I jelly printed, and have some gears there. And you can flip it over to the other side, and it's the reverse. It's more of the gold in a gear and just some grunginess with a lot of the graph paper showing. Flipping over, we have a gorgeous jelly print. I love these jelly prints. They're all using, you can't really tell in the video, it doesn't look like, but they're all using metallics for the coloring, so they all have a nice shine to them. Thank you, Miss Zena. Here's a little side pocket that has a couple of little journaling cards in it. And it is actually a hidden pocket that just has a little tuck in there. And this is made with chipboard so that you could use this as a bookmark if you really wanted to. I wanted it to be sturdy enough for that. And let me get that in there. Then the next side, we have a page that's easy to be written on, and a journaling card that I've made a flip using a little washi tape, and another bead dangle. Thank you, Mrs. Gigi. Then here we have a pocket that is the jelly print time card made into a pocket, and a tag with the journaling folder. So inside the folder, you can actually journal. And that gives you a little extra room there. Then opposite of that, you have this, which is a pocket here on the top that pulls out with another chipboard piece, but room for you to decorate and adorn yourself with a little stitching. And when you put that back in there, it opens up so that you could actually write on or utilize this page how you wanted. Maybe put some pictures in there. Because I did not put photos throughout. I wanted you to be able to put your own memories in there. And so that is the end of the first signature. And this is the backside of that jelly print, which is so fun. I just love all those colors. We're getting into the second signature here. And on this front page, there's some stitching, a different stitch, again, 2 different stitches actually, and of course a dangle. And there's a pocket here that I have not moved. There we go. And it's a tag. And behind that is another pocket that I put 2 items in, a folder for journaling. And this one, Zini, you'll be so proud. This one says Heavenly. It is a zine. And so I have made a zine and put in here for use. And Zena taught me how to make that out of that coffee paper. I swear I think she made that up, though. And back here in the very back, there's another pocket. And in that pocket, it has a journaling tag. And this is the yummy grunginess of this jelly print. The front page on each of these signatures is cardstock. The rest of the pages are paper. So in here, you have the tag that says Wonder. And down here at the bottom, you have a flip out. That tag that says Wonder is actually holding this flip out, so you can write on it. And I've torn it a little bit just for grungy goodness, but you didn't have to if you didn't want to, I guess. Next page here, we have a triple pocket, and each one of these sides are pockets and has a tag and a little journal slot with various stitching on it. And the very back pocket has a circle journaling card and another one of those file folders. More of that torn edge look. You'll notice I kind of did that throughout on the digi pages. I really liked that look on the digis. Here we have a label that says Stronger and a pocket at the bottom with 1, 2, 3 different types of stitching on it. And that is made out of one of those time cards and some collage there. And then inside it, I've made a little journal booklet out of the time card and some coffee paper. for lots of writing in there. So that's been stuck in there, and it's tied together with twine, jute twine. Then the opposite page, I've put a color strip for the rivet to bring some of that color around. And this is, that is actually ledger paper that was jelly printed. And you have another bead dangle here. Flipping over, oh, I've got that all crooked for y'all, I'm sorry. Let me see if I get it straight. Not yet. That's straighter. Okay, so on this page, we have a belly band here at the bottom that is holding in a flip pad of grungy good coffee paper for lots of writing. And that was sewn together with it's the only thing that looks similar to a ruffle in here, and it really is just folded over fabric just time and again, and then covered with rivets. Then the other side, we have a page for journaling, and we have a little cluster here at the bottom using some dictionary page and a stamp. More of that grungy goodness there. And I don't know, I think this may be stuck together here. Yeah, I know, I think I glued that on there. We'll fix it. Then you have on this page, you have a page for journaling. And opposite of that, you have a coffee dyed page with a pocket and, well, a pocket and a glassine bag. In the pocket, there is one of my ATC cards, and it is labeled on the back and dated with lots of gears and parts. And then the top in the glassine bag, there's little bits of ephemera down in here, lots of little bits of ephemera, including tags and file folders and journaling cards, all in there for whoever to use. And then we flip that over, and it's the other side of the coffee paper. It has a nice texture. I don't know how I got that texture, but I like it. I like the way it feels, kind of grungy. Then the other side, we have a pocket. Actually, it's two pockets. I don't look like I put anything in that one. We'll have to get something in there. This one is stitched together, and it has a dangle here at the bottom, another dangle. I have twisted that again on y'all. I'm so sorry. See if you can see that now. It's better. And in this pocket, when you pull it out, there's a little cluster here, but you can open it up and it flips open 3 times. And then you have plenty of room for writing inside. And that goes in the pocket. So then we flip over, and this is that butcher paper that we're working on. Again, it's jelly printed. And this is a 6-part pocket that I learned from G. Kerr. In this, you have this first pocket that has a little journaling card inside. And then you flip down, you can flip to the next one. I love this because you could put pictures or anything you wanted on these. And that's why I've left them blank, so you could decorate and do what you wanted on them. But inside that, you'll find another little journaling card. And each one of these, I put a journaling card of some kind in them so that you could journal in there, or you could journal on the outside, whatever you want to do. And then there's another label card. I like that one. And then the back one back here has a file folder in it. And those all just fold back up like that. This page, you have a little fold down here. Actually, it folds up. And you can write a full page and then most of the page on the back side. And then there, I'm sorry, my dogs are going crazy. There is a paper clip with a dangle on it and an envelope here. And in the envelope has a journaling card. And flip that over. And we have a pocket that I've stitched around with a different stitch again. I try to use a different stitch in almost every page of this to give a little bit of interest. So then we have a tag here with lots of room on the back and a ticket here. It's Pacific Company. I don't know, but it's Spring for Writing. This page I left blank because I thought it'd be really pretty with some black writing on it. So it'd be a great page to journal there. It is a jelly print page. We have another little dangle, bead dangle. Flip over and you're on jelly print page again, and then you have the grungy copy paper. I have grunged up this dictionary page and made a 3-part pocket out of it. So here on the side, you'll see I have a tag and it's ready there. I know, hot. I don't know what happened to me. I was like just obsessed. Then here is a pocket and it has 2 pieces of journaling page. And the back has a file folder and it's good for journaling inside and the back side. So flip on over. Of course, we have the copy paper. And then here I've made a policy envelope out of this ledger paper. And it just unties like this, just untwists. And inside is a lot of bits of ephemera and stuff in there for further use. And you just twist it back up. So we'll flip that one on over. And here I've left both of these pages intentionally blank. This is the center part where it connects, but it's got lots of good lines for journaling on both pages. So I didn't want to mess that up with anything. Thank you, Mrs. Gigi. Me too. I had fun with that. Here's another little beaded dangle with an eye pin. Flip that over. You have more journaling space. And this side, there is a side pocket, and it's got stitching on both sides. And inside the pocket is this page. This is actually on cardstock, card chipboard again, and it's the ledger paper, but I've used a different type of magicals on it, so it gets this really yummy grunginess all over it, and it has a tag for sticking out. Flip that over and you have a piece of the tattered fabric, the copy dyed paper, and here is a jelly printed envelope that I did using the gears and all the grunginess. And the back side looks like this. And then inside that, I have tucked lots more little bits of ephemera in there, tags, bonuses, everything inside, ready for use. And that is held on to a jelly printed page, and it is held by a paper clip that is beaded. Flip that over and you see the other side of that jelly print page. And I put a little cluster here so you could do lots of writing here. On the opposite side here, you'll see a cluster that I've made into a tuck. And in that tuck, I've made just a little place for lots of journaling, and it has a little bit of that magical paper in it. And it has another bead dangle here. Flip that over. You see she got pretty bulky. We have a new type of stitching introduced again, making a pocket. And we have right here in the front is another zine, but I've done a couple of things different with it. I've actually gone through stitching in it and put a border on the edge and put a little cluster right there on top. Behind that pocket is another pocket, and it's a little tight, so let me get it pulled out of there. There we go. It is one of those time cards using some different colors and a cluster. But when you open it up, it's just a flip open so you can journal and then, or put a picture or whatever in there and close it. Nothing too fancy, but just enough, you know? In the back, I have placed a bookmark that I made special, and it's just like the box, and it is chipboard. Opposite page here, you have a paper flip here, lots of pieces that I put a little bow on there of the grungy paper, and I've used jute twine at the top. It's a big tag basically, and you can flip it over, journal on the back, and this is that butcher paper here. You can journal there, and I have torn it on purpose. You'll see throughout this I've made little tears throughout it just to grunge it up some extra. So now we're going to flip this over, and you'll see a belly band that I made out of dictionary page. I've decorated it just a little bit and put a little envelope here, and in this envelope are extra bits and bobs, including a journaling card. You just slide that right back in there. And then you have a page of coffee dye. And here is another beaded dangle, along with a beaded, well, it's not really beaded paperclip, I guess you can call it that, but I love these little bird skulls, so I had to put one in here. I ordered some, and they came in, they were a lot smaller than my other ones, which I love because that makes them a lot more convenient using them. But there he is. And flip that over, and there is a flip here, so you have lots of room to write there, and the back of the journaling card. More of that rivet trim. And then opposite of that is a page for journaling, and lots of the rivets. Flip that over, and it's lots of good color, and a grungy pocket here from being jelly printed, and then a long journaling card. This page is a jelly print of Ledger here. It's a lighter jelly print, so it's great for writing. Has another beaded dangle. And flip that over, and you have another full page of that light jelly print so that you can write in it. Then you have one of the pages that I've used those scissors to kind of look like it's torn. And on this side, there is a matchbox. And you just flip that up, and inside are lots of different little pieces of paper, jelly print papers in it for you to write on. There. And I've just sewn a piece of this tattered fabric on there. And then you can just tuck that back in, flip that over, and you have a page for writing that's really nice and grungy. I love that grunginess. Then you have a page with a 3-part pocket, and it says Grace, and it has this stitch. It looks like a corset stitch to me. It's so pretty. And then I've just put a few little bits and bobs for in a tuck there, and then here I put this, and this is actually just a big card, basically, with stitching and collaging on it. So you have lots you can do there. And then I left the top one empty. We can put something in that if you like, but I just thought you might want to put something of your own in there. Then we have another beaded dangle here. And I love this little bead. I don't know why I like it so much, but it's kind of frosted, but it has like the different browns and stuff in it. It's so pretty. Thank you, Zena. I actually played with the beast a lot in this one. Then we're to the very back page, and on it I have put another policy envelope that I made, and in it I have put nothing. That way you can put whatever extra bits you need in it and close it up. If you want me to put something in it, I can do that, but I just thought it would be nice to put your own things in one. And the way these are made, there's just 2 discs of paper, and the strings just connect right inside the discs. And then the very back, you see the corset spine and the rest of the back cover here. Thank you, Miss Kathy. And then you get to the very back, and that is the Steampunk journal. I hope you guys love it. I will be putting it up on my Etsy shop. It should be there listed now. And it does come with everything, including the box and the tassel and all the little bead bobs. So I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. At least hopefully it gave you some inspiration. I had so much fun playing with that and getting a lot of things done. And I had a couple of other things I wanted to show you guys. Oh, one other thing here. I actually had some extra pages from the signatures that I was making, and it had some jelly prints and stuff in it, and I thought I would include that in with the package so that you had some of those that were made specifically for it. But just a thought, if you want them, you can have them with it. If not, then they don't have to go with you. It's fine. And I have a ton of trim that I got from my grandmother, and I will not ever use all of this trim. So I made a couple of bundles, and I wanted to show you those real quick. This is our first bundle, and all of these bundles are cut to 18 inches long, except for one trim, and it wasn't 18 inches, it was 16 inches. But I went ahead and included it because I like the trim. So we'll just go through these and I'll show you the different trims. Push that up a little bit. This trim, I thought was so pretty. It has a sheen to it, and it is actually woven, looks like up here on the top. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if I get that any closer, if it helps. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to pull y'all down closer so you can see all of them actually closer. Okay. Then we have this ribbon here, and y'all know I'm colorblind, but I think it's red and white. Then there's this golden white trim, and it's actually a two-sided ribbon. The other side has this geometric shape on it, which I love. I thought that was so cool you could have both on the one. Then we have this rope trim here. It is actually a little stiff, so it probably takes some plying with it to get it loosened up some, because it's pretty stiff. But we have this burgundy trim. It's kind of similar to that first one, but it's burgundy. And it is actually the one. Nope, it's not. I thought it was the one, but it's not. We have this beautiful rope. It has a sheen to it. And all of these I have taped off on the ends just to prevent any fraying or unraveling. But you can do what you want to with that part. And here's another rope trim. This actually has a double place for you to put it on something and sew it down. I thought it was really neat. And so there's that one. And this trim is actually very frilly. You can see it here on the end. That when you take this string off of the bottom, all of this comes loose and is really frilly. And it has some little gold shimmery parts throughout it. That's pretty cool. Then this trim is in an off-white, and it's so pretty. I love the dangles from it. I was wondering maybe if you could like put some beads on these, some of the larger beads. I think that would be neat to try. Here is another piece. And this one, you pull that string off again, but all of this is like a really fine, shimmering, stringy goodness in that. Then we have this one, and this one is like that first one, but it's a bigger scale, and it's not the same kind of threads in it. but it's really stringy feeling. I love that look. Really kind of grungy good. Then we have this one, which is kind of the same kind of stringy effect, but it's a different shape. It actually, well, that string doesn't want to lay over. There we go. It actually is kind of woven together at the top here, kind of like crochet is done or macrame. Then we have this rope that has gold beads strung throughout it with the cream. And we have a blue and a trim that is a braid trim. And we have another braid trim. This time it's either green or brown, but y'all know I have issues. So it may be brown. I'm leaning to brown if I want to lean somewhere. And here's another rope trim. It's a really small. You can always cut this fabric off of it. You don't have to have that. I just leave it on there because if you want to actually sew it down to something, like put it on the top of a page or something, you can put the page between there and stitch it. I think that'd be cool. And this is a cream rope trim with a kind of a basket weave look attached to it. I thought that was neat. Then this one is a little bit longer, but it's so fun. Look at those colors. Oh, that just makes you want to be happy. And here is one that is similar to that cream one that is actually has it woven across the top, pulled together, and knots inside each one of them. It's like a tan color, kind of camel. Oh, Mrs. Gigi, it may very well be green. I am really bad with color like that. This one is a piece of lace that has a pink ribbon, I believe, that is running through it. And I just thought it was really sweet. So that's all of the bundle. And I have two of these made up. I can make plenty of more bundles up. They may be different, but it will be very similar if anyone is interested in these. And they will be up on my Etsy shop. There are 20 pieces per bundle, all 18 inches long. Now I thought maybe we could play with some beads. What do y'all think? Thank you, Miss Sherry. Let's make a necklace. Y'all want to? Do y'all have time for that? Oh, my link to my Etsy. If you look up just a few chats earlier, Zena's putting it in there right now. Thank you, Miss Zena. And the Etsy shop itself is on up in the comments, about 5 or 6 comments above that. Okay, y'all, I pulled out some stuff so we could play. So this is what we're going to work on, this little bead board. And let me get my tools out here. We're going to use some tiger tail for our wire. And we're going to use a toggle clasp. And this is the focal point. This was a ring I had back in high school. I loved this ring so much I kept it when it broke with all of its pieces. And it does have one little, no, it's still in there. As you can say, it looked like one rhinestone was gone, but it's still there. But on the back, if you see here, okay, Mrs. Gigi, thank you, love. On the back, you'll see here that it has 4 spots for a wire to go through. It comes in this side and comes out that side. But I wanted to make a 2 or 3 strand necklace using that as the focal point. I think that'll be so pretty. So I've pulled out a lot of black and silver, and I don't know where I'm going to sit everything. I might should have pulled out beads instead of cases, but you know how it is. You want to be able to choose, right? Sorry for the reach there. And then my second little case here. Let's put it to the side. It has my jump rings and everything in it. And then this has my eye pins and goodies. I am not right now. I just wanted to kind of see how that worked, Miss Kathy, if anybody was interested in it. If they are, I'll be glad to list more. If you have a specific size you want them to be, let me know. Most of the trims that I have are in the same color families, though. My grandma really seemed to enjoy those colors. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Kathy. But I will make more if you would like one. I don't mind doing that at all. Just shoot me a little message on Instagram or on Etsy. Just send me a message on Etsy and I can make one. There are actually two that were listed there. Both of them were in the same listing. Oh, good. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Now let's play with all these shiny things. I love the shiny things. So I know we want this to be like the middle one. So I need some tiger tail pulled out for that. Okay, Miss Kathy, thank you. I think I want this to be about, well, since it's the middle one, it needs to be shorter, so about 20. I'll do it 21. Why not? That's as long as it did. Twenty-one to 21. And we'll cut it right there. This is good for beading on stuff, y'all. But my little wire cutters are really sad. I have to order some new ones because they don't cut very good. Let me get my other ones. Ah, there they are. There we go. Got it now. My mom went and got me some of these manly wire cutters. And it cuts just like a dream every time. So we're going to start with putting this on it. And we want it to go on that top one. And it comes up from the bottom here is the way it looks. I have not done any pre-planning, guys, so we're doing this on the fly together. And put the other end through the other side. Kind of precarious to get it in that little position. Wonder how they did that, because they had to have mass made these, right? There we go. So we'll get that in our center part. There we are. So that's our top one. We need to cut us another piece for our bottom one. And we're going to make it a little longer. So I'm just going to hold it up to this string. And I want it to come a little bit longer, about an inch or inch and a half longer. There we are. And we'll do about an inch. Well, probably not. We'll do it about even on the end because we've already done an inch and a half there to be even with the whole thing. So we're going to stick this one through as well. And then we can get to beading, y'all. I love some beads. They're like perfect little shiny goodness. I had the coolest thing happen yesterday on my bead haul that I did. The company that I bought all of my beads from actually watched my video, which was so neat, and thanked me for showcasing their product, which is pretty cool. I never knew they even knew my name, but it made me smile. It was a good time. Daisy is having herself a fit. That's my oldest daughter's dog. She has moved back in with me, and so we are having an extra dog, but Daisy seems to really like to bark a lot. I don't know why she's barking, if they have gone to the store or something. She doesn't like to be alone. Idioholic. I said, and he does not realize what it would cost. I know, they never do realize. They never do. The craziest thing, these men. Okay, this one's got to come out a little bit longer. I'm just lining these up and making sure it's about the same length extra on each of the two sides. So they should almost line up together because I left that much room. So we'll line it up like that. And it's just a little bit of slack there, which is what we want. So there's 2 strands. We'll start with that and see what we think, if we need a third one or not. But I have so many goodies, so many to play with. Let's start with this top strand, and we'll do it first. Let's try this little lava looking bead. It's not really a lava bead, I don't think. It may be. It may be. But lava beads are actually made. Oh, it's going behind it. Yeah, it's going to. It's okay. It's okay. Lava beads are actually made for aromatherapy, for putting oils, essential oils on. I couldn't get that out of my head. Oh, them hubbies are crazy, y'all. They don't even know. They have no clue. I'm just alternating little beads. This is a little rectangle bead in black, and this is a little round faceted bead. It's actually got an AB coating on it, so it gives you that extra rainbow sparkle. I love that. So I think I want to put one of these little good spacers on it. I love this spacer. It shines so pretty. It has little rhinestones on all the edges. Yeah, it's going to be so cute there. So I'll grab another one of those little round AB one things. There we go. We'll put that on there next. Kind of finish the edge there like that. And I'm going to put a few of these chip beads. I love chip beads. They always just do so neat stuff because you can't really control them, you know? They just kind of go where they want to go. I think that's what I like about them, is that they're so random. I don't really like how those 2 are laying together, so we'll take that one off and try a different one. That's the thing with the chip beads, is you can actually pick and choose to get it close. You just can't change it. Oh my goodness, that dog is going to drive me insane. They must have gone somewhere, because she don't usually do that all the time unless they're not here. She is like 11 years old and very set in her ways. Wonder what this bead would look like on there. I think it's so pretty. It's silver and black. It looks like it's crackled. Oh, I like it. What do y'all think? Won't that be pretty on there? I should have waited on that second wire so I could see everything good. And then I have these. These are black with little speckles all over them. Oh, I don't know. What do y'all think? Should I take that one back off and do some more chips first? I think so. Let's do that. We want it to be very cohesive. I have never been a big jewelry wearer, but since I've been getting all these beads and stuff, I think I really need to wear some jewelry. I don't even put makeup on, but I need some jewelry, I think. It's so funny. I don't know. I just love the beads. I'm like a dragon. I like all the shinies, all the shiny sparklies. I think I'm going to do a little bit longer step of these chips. I really like them. I don't know whether this one's going to be the right one or not. I don't know. It's kind of got a long angle there. It may show too much of the wire. We'll change it out. Yeah, there's 4 of those. I like that. Then we're going to do those. Let's do these little round ones. These are kind of flat on one side, and they're still round, so they have a good little look. Yeah, I like that. Now we can put our little a little round one, and it's a little bit bigger round one than was before, and it's not like got that AB coating. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I'm gonna try putting that silver spacer on there because I think they're so pretty. Yeah, put that there, and then put our little bead and another one of those to cap it. Oh yeah, ah, so pretty. I love it. A few more of these chips, and we will pull another one of those oval silver crackle ones in. You don't wear much either. Oh yeah, beads are just so addictive. They are very addictive. I didn't have hardly any beads, and then I got hooked. And I had to have beads, and Zena does too, so she can't tell you any different. She likes them just as well. And we have been bead hauling left and right all the time. I don't like that one. It doesn't lay real pretty. Let me try a different one. What's this one look like on there? Oh, this is that janky one. And that one's that funny one. Let me get a different one. Oh my lands, that dog. I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't know how to shut her up. There we go. Get that long one on there again. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. I am in, oh, somebody got here, so maybe they'll quit. Yes, bead addicts, girl. We are bead addicts. Yay, somebody came home. You think I like 4 in a row of these chips? You think they're really... I have been watching tons of Wendy Whitman. I love that girl. She's so knowledgeable. She has so much knowledge about everything. We're going to do those AB coated ones again. They're smaller. I gotta find them. They're down in there. I ran out of room, so I put a bunch of beads like together that were similar. No, but we could use these bicone ones. These would be cool. Um, because I was running out of so much room. I don't like those close to each other. No, that won't work. I like those AB coated ones. So we're gonna have to find those. They're just in here. It's just kind of hard to grab them out when there's one. There is one. Put that there, and then we'll put our little spacer. And find us another one in here. Oop, I think I grabbed one right away. Yeah, that looks good. So now we're going to go back to we went to chips, but I kind of skipped over the lava bead and the square. So let's add a lava bead. And see if we find one of them square things. Yep, right there. There we go. So then we're able to start with chips again. Y'all, I bought chips in so many different colors just because I liked them so much. The first chips I had actually were from a necklace that I made at a bead store in Fayetteville about 16 years ago. And it broke on me. And so, because I wore it out, I wore it like all the time with everything. And so I kept them all in a Ziploc baggie in my garage for years. And I finally got to use them, and they were my first beads, my first actual chips. Okay, I think we're ready for our double thing for beads again. So we're going to do those flat ones. I never did use that spotted one. We'll use it on our next row. There's that flat one. And what was next? Let's see, where did I have that? Right there. Around a silver. A silver in a larger round. We'll do this one. It's got that AB coating on it. I like it. I like the sparkle it gives. There we go. We'll put this on there. Now, y'all know we got to mimic this whole thing on the other side, right? I should have been doing that the whole time, and then we would have had it all done at once. But you know how it is. Where is that hole? There it is. That hole's in a weird spot. Yeah, I don't like how that lays. What do y'all do with your beads? What are some good things I can do with them besides my tassels and glue toppers? Wendy makes me want to make jewelry all the time. She just has the cutest stuff. You don't want that one. I think I keep picking this one up. Maybe that means I need to use it. Yep. Okay, so we've got those, and we're ready for another big one. I need some good ideas. Stuff I can do with them. I like that. Okay, after that big one, we need a few more chips, and that'll be that side. So we'll put a crimp bead on there to hold it all on. Oh my land, she's at it again, y'all. Do y'all hear that? I hope y'all can't hear that. That would drive me nuts. Did I tell y'all how old she is? I think they said she's 11. There's two. Three. One more. I don't know. I may not want that one. But I might. There we go. Yeah, that works good. I don't know if I've got too much because it's kind of tight there. I may have too much. I don't know. It'll be fine because I got these little front cover things so we can use those. I think you're supposed to put that on first, right? Oh, this is not that kind. Let me get that kind out. Ah, open. Okay, I'm going to put this on here, but I do not understand why it has an open um, hook on the top. Why do they do that? Why not just close it? I don't get that. Okay, here's our little bitty crimpy bead and the crimp pliers. How do you use these crimp pliers right? Because every time I do it, it just flattens it. It doesn't actually like make it have a two-sided thing. I think my crimp covers are too little or something. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it's just flattened. And I've left probably too much space, so we'll scoot that over just a little bit. Close that up. Well, that doesn't close very pretty. She makes it look so easy. You put them on paper clips, and I love that. Me too. Me too. I'm going to twist that till it goes down, and it's completely closed. There we go. And we'll scooch those over just a little so that it's all nice and up there. There we go. We need a jump ring, right? What kind of, I said I was doing a toggle clasp, right? Let me get those out. I gotta put that on. These are so pretty. I got these from Fire Mountain Gems, and they are pewter, it says, but they're decorative. They're really pretty. They're kind of like a little bow on that one and some dots, and then this one mimics the same thing. I think that's really neat. So I'm going to put this one on this side. We'll put the other one on the other side. There we go. There's our nice toggle clasp. Now we get to repeat the other side, which is just fine with me. I enjoy doing it. What are y'all doing today in your craft rooms? Are y'all doing anything fun? I'd like to know about it. My goodness, come here closer so I can see you. There we go. Yeah, I can see what I'm looking at. Taking the curling wand to my hair. Oh, Zena, you're getting ready for your gig, aren't you? Yeah. You're already pretty. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, there we got that on there. Now we need another one of them pretty ones. Them little AB ones. And 3 chips. You transform? Oh, well, at least you can transform. What are you singing today, Zena? Do you know? I'm sure you know, but oh, it's only supposed to be 3. I'm only doing 3 there. Then we have a big bead, big crackly. I've never gigged. Oh, really? Oh, this ought to be exciting. And then we did 4 when we changed. So do they do fun songs? Do they do songs you don't really like? What's the fish, girl? B5 songs? Who's B5? We got the best Go-Go's. I have heard of the Go-Go's. I've not heard of the B5s. That's pretty new for me. One way or another. Oh, yeah, I know that song. I don't know if this is the same size or not. No, it's a little bigger. They're all down up in here. I hate that. I had them so organized, so pretty before. But I need more storage. There we go. Not my style. Yeah, I know it's not, girl. I know that is not you at all. Yeah, you're more the R&B and kind of stuff, right? I think that's what you told me. What's everybody else doing? There we go. That big one on there, and now we're back to some more chip. I've been MIA a little bit. I've obviously had my life changed a lot lately, but it's okay. It's good. We're getting used to things. You said bees? Bees. What's bees? Something plus poop? Huh? Zena, I don't even know what you're saying. What you talking about poop for? Hmm, that's too big. I keep picking that one up. Let me put it somewhere else. Hmm. I don't know if I have any of that size left in here. It's not looking like it. Well, that's not good. I'm going to need to change it. Of course, we're going to need to change it, right? There's one. It's a curse. I don't want to. Oh, sorry. My bad. It takes me a minute. I'm a little slow. I'm a little slow sometimes. Wait, am I supposed to be on that one? I did that. The single one. Supposed to have 2 small ones there, not the big one. Man, Zena, you know I'm a little blonde sometimes, right? I don't mean to be, but I just am. I got that wrong too. Let's take that off. We need another one of them little round AB things. There we go. Oh, Xena, you get me every time. That's so funny. Now we're back to a lava bead. It's supposed to be a lava bead, but it feels different. It feels kind of rubbery feeling, which I'm not used to that with a lava bead. They kind of feel crunchy, usually. That square thing. I think I used bicones instead because I ran out of square things. It'll be all good. Anybody that's looking that close is not your friend, is what my grandma always said. Now chips. Can do chips. If it were for me to sell or something, then I probably would go back and make sure I had all the exact same ones, but it's just for me to wear. Oh, that one's got a little hole in it. Ah, okay. Now I've got lava beads, square, four of those, one of these. You know, I did not think about something in this little necklace. I have multiple strands. They have to go into something instead of just straight onto the toggle clasp. Why did y'all stop me? More chips. I posted a short audio clip of my Instagram story on my Instagram stories of my singing American. Oh, really? Did you do that today? I need to get some of those bead buddy things. You know what I'm talking about? They have these things that's like these little papery clip kind of things, and they clench your wire and hold it until you're ready to do something with it. I've seen Wendy use them. Okay. So now, what are we going to use to hold those all together? We need some chandeliers, I think, or some bars. I do have those bar things. Let's see, where are they at? There they are. These bar things. They have 4 and 5 holes, and I only want like 3. I think that's too many. What do you think, Xena? Should I use these or get a chandelier on the sides to hold them? Can you see them? They're like little bars, but they have like 4 or 5 holes. I like these best, but they have 5 holes. I guess that would be okay if we put one here, one in the middle, and one on the end. We'll do that. I think that would work fine. You helped me so good, Xena. Tim Holtz has. Oh, really? Oh, I love Halloween stuff. I'm not crazy about the what you call it? The actual holiday Halloween, but I like the stuff. Okay, I gotta put my little crimper thing on there. My grandma was always very paranoid about Halloween and its meaning and all of that, and she didn't want us to do anything with that kind of stuff. But we always watched Scooby-Doo every day. I always found that to be so funny. I may have this too short. I do. I'm going to have to take some of these off because it's too short. I'm going to put 2 of them back on there because I don't like it being bare there. One, and we'll do the small one. But we did always go trick-or-treating, which I found odd, but I guess that was Mom's decision, not Grandma's. Okay. I want that one in the middle. And it's got to come around. Why is this so precarious? Wendy makes it look so easy. Supposed to put it back through that crimp thing, I think. Or are you? You may not be supposed to because you have to connect. I don't know. I'm going to make it a little loop on this side because I want to be able to connect to a chain. Definitely get crimp tubes and not crimp beads like I did because these crimp beads are so dang tiny, you can't hardly function them. There we go. Now I got to crimp it up. Well, it ain't crimping very good. Moving too much still. Well, I mushed it on there then and it's not staying in put. I think I broke that crimp tube bead. Where'd I put them things? I know I pulled some out. Maybe I didn't. Zena, I wish you were here and you could sing to me. There we go. Got 1, 2. Oh, I left it too long. There we go. Scoot it down. Scoot it down. All the way. All the way. Okay, and then I got those other crimp covers. We'll use those instead. Where'd that beater one thing go? Oh, there it is. Oh, I turned it upside down. You know, I did that with the jump rings. I still did it. Oh, man. I tell you, I am like total klutz with this stuff. I love it, but I'm a total klutz with it. Okay, put that on there and cover that thing up. Done. Done and done. Yeah. So now how am I going to hook them together? Zena, what am I missing? What am I doing wrong? Somehow I'm forgetting to leave some way of crimping it, of connecting it. Because I got to connect it to one chain. So I need to have somehow I need to have a jump ring in there. I should have put that on and done a loop here. I don't know if I can take these off. Yeah, I can take them off. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. We're going to put 1 on there. And a silver jump ring. We don't have to put silver jump ring on right now. We can wait. But we got to get this to go back through the crimp bead to make a loop. There we go. That's the way. Down up in there. Zena, have you made any jewelry? You don't know. Girl, these things might be easier. This is the part I always have trouble with when making jewelry. I love the beading part and stuff, but this part gets me. Where's Vanessa? Because she usually tells me all the beading stuff. Man, I've been watching several beaders making jewelry, and it looks so simple. But me and these little crimpy things, oh my gosh, we just don't get along good. Okay, I think I've actually got it in there now. Oh, I think I'm just gonna crimp it with this thing. There. That did better than any crimp I've used. Isn't that funny? Okay, put that little cover on it. Supposed to put that little cover on it. There we go. Now we can put our jump ring on there. Woo, hallelujah. That took some work. Now we got to undo the other side. Okay, that works good. Now we got to undo this jump ring. But I made a hoop over here. I just need to put the bar there. So I can keep it everything except for the bar. This is turning into an eclectic kind of project. Different crimp beads, covers. I gotta put the bar on there to. Oh, that's why, because the bar went through the other dealing. Okay. Hey, Steffi, what's up, girl? We're trying to decide how to bead. We're working on learning. We are working on learning this stuff. I think I had to take two of those off on the other side, so we'll take that off and put that on there. And I did not crimp that, but I did put it through the bar. And then put a crimp bead on there. The pro in the chat? Who's the pro? Are you a pro? I can use some help now, because I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just learning. Oh, my little dilly-dally is splitting. Oh, Zena, no, she has not made jewelry. We just discussed that. Man, hey, what do you do if your wire starts splitting on the end? It's because I took that crimp thing off and it split it. I have lost so many of these things on the floor. Oh, I got it on there. Whew. Now let's twist it around. Is there going to be enough room to twist it around and back in to make a loop? Oh, come on. Do it. Only part of my wires are going back in. It's 4 strands. There we go. Now we got its 4 strands. We can figure out how. Oh, if you considered adding the earring loop to a base, then maybe earring loop to a base. What earring loop? I'm going to have to cut the end of this wire because it's shredded. That's how close I come to making. You're so crazy, Zena. I've actually made some jewelry, but I've never done a multi-strand thing, and these crimp beads are new for me. I'm not quite working well with them. They do not play nice with others. I swear if I keep having to cut this wire down, I'm going to have to take more off. Too bad Wendy's not here to tell me how to do this. Wendy Whitman, y'all, she's great to watch. Oh, I promise I'm trying, y'all. I know it looks like I'm not. I may have to go back and learn how to use these things right. I think she said the crimp tubes were way easier. Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to order the tubes instead of the beads. That's how. Oh, girl. Do you see something that might be easier? If you do, tell me. I think I cut my wire way too short. I think is what happened. So it's okay. I'm gonna go out and redo this with longer wire. I should have known better than cut myself short. But I won't keep you guys to go through it because I know that's kind of boring. I hope this has been a good video for y'all. I have enjoyed being here with you and sharing my little journal and my trims. I hope you guys have a great afternoon and do something crafty. Have some fun. See y'all later. Bye.